Goodwin. I'm one of the co-founders of Tumelo. How I originally got into ETFs. So I originally went to university. I grew up in France, went to university in the UK where I did physics. And when I graduated, I went into investment banking and asset management. So I did a couple of years of that before leaving because I really wanted to run my own business. And we left to set up a broker platform that allow people to invest in a wide range of ETFs. And it's only when we first got users who started to ask us more about our ETFs and what was in them and how they could interact with the companies that we struck across upon the problem that we really wanted to solve, which was actually in the proxy space and allowing people to vote on companies that were held within the funds that they owned. So we struck upon the problem space that is now called pass-through voting. And we offer a full pass-through voting solution that allows institutional and retail investors to vote in pooled funds. We've grown that in the UK and are now starting in the US. I just moved to New York a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, actually. In terms of what I want to get out of the event, that leads me on quite nicely, which is I just want to meet people. I'm new to New York. I'm trying to grow my network in the fund management space as to who I know. As you might understand from my accent, I'm English. I have not been in the US before whatsoever. So I'm just trying to make great connections and meet people who work in the same industry as me and are weirdly nerdy about the stuff that I'm nerdy about, which is funds, which sounds like a ridiculously boring thing to say, but I find actually really interesting. And then something that I'm passionate about that isn't to do with ETFs or funds or anything like that. I love sport. Number one, I have to exercise every single day. I love it. I run, I gym, I squash. But really, sports I love are mountain biking and skiing. I actually grew up in the Alps in France. Grew up skiing, was a ski instructor, used to compete in France, and I get really nerdy and geek out on bikes. So mountain biking is the other passion. You've got to do something in the summer when the snow's not falling. So tinkering with bikes, knowing about all the new tech, riding them down the hill, that's my stuff. Love it.